2025 is moving extremely fast. We are almost halfway through, and I thought today let me just talk about the lessons that I have learned this year that really stuck with me. The first one is you can always start afresh. I think maybe one of the things that reminded me of this is how many times I have changed my hair this year. I'm about to cut it for the third time, and honestly, that is such a freedom knowing that when you cut your hair, it will always grow back. That you don't have to hold on to your hair, you don't have to hold on to your length or to a style that you feel like no longer fits you. So when you have a new day, know that it is a blank page. It is up to you to start writing what you want your future to be like, and that you need to let go of the past. There are pains that I have held on to for so long, and now I realize that those were chapters of my life, or those were paragraphs. Some were just like a day that I let define maybe an entire chapter or an entire decade. Like, I wasted so much time in the past, clinging to the past and I wish I've done something better, or regretting the decisions that I've made, not reminding myself that the decisions that I made were because of the state I was in. It was because of the knowledge that I had. And I feel like now going forward, I know that each day is a chance for you to decide what version of yourself do you want to cultivate, what kind of a person do you want to be like, and do you want to be kind to people? Do you want to love people? Do you want to love yourself? And also what I've learned this year is that you need to prioritize yourself. You need to put yourself first before your family, before your kids, because you matter. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So learn to fill yourself first. Fill your cup until it overflows, so that you can pour out what is overflowing to your loved ones. And for the longest time, this was difficult for me. I thought when I'm taking myself out for a massage or to do my nails, I was being selfish. I thought when I stayed at the gym, maybe for sauna or steam, I was being selfish to the kids that I've left at home. But no, now I know that I have to fill myself up. And when I am filled up, it is so easy for me to pour out that love, and I don't feel resentment. It doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like something that is difficult. It comes naturally because already I am lighter, already I am happier within myself. And another biggest lesson that I've learned this year is you can never be lonely if you love the person you are alone with. And the person you are alone with most of the time is you. Make sure that you cultivate the relationship with yourself. Be comfortable being on your own. Be comfortable with your flaws. Be comfortable with your quirks, with your weird tendencies. Change what you don't like and let go of what you cannot control. Is another thing that I have learned to just let go this year. I used to cling to the idea that I have to be a good person. I have to cling to the idea that people have to see me a certain way. But ever since I've let go of that, I am so much free. I am so much confident. I love myself, and I feel so much happier because I know that whether a person thinks I'm a good person or a bad person, it does not matter. I cannot control their perspective over my life. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm able to look myself in the mirror and think I love this person. And there's a book that I loved so much this year, The Midnight Library, and it has taught me that even if I think there's a version of me that maybe drives a defender, maybe that has a mansion, maybe that has a successful life, there is beauty in the life that I'm currently living in right now, and I can always do something to get to the future that I want. And also another thing that I've learned from that book is sometimes you can get everything that you think you want, like all your dreams, but if you did not work hard from them, you might feel like you don't deserve them. So there is power in the process of achieving something. Like when you're putting in the work, you feel so proud. For me, one of the things that I'm so proud of when I look in the mirror is my body, because I know that I have put in the work. I know that there were days where it was cold, or days where I was lazy, or days where I was moody, or days where a lot was just happening in my life, but I picked myself up and I went to the gym and I lifted those weights. So as a result, I loved the process of working on my body, and I really feel so proud, and I feel like I deserve the body that I have, and I love the process of refining it to what I want. So there's just magic in the process of achieving what you want. In the process, that is where you build yourself. That is where you build your progress. And I think for me, even with this YouTube channel, I know that I'm in a process right now of becoming someone who is better than this current version, but I love this process. I love showing up on a daily basis, and I'm not going to mention the people that I have met that are so amazing through YouTube. So learn to enjoy the process, okay? And then another lesson that I have learned also this year is that we are created in the image of God, and God lives within us. But if we are not aware that God lives within us, we are going to fumble our lives. We're going to mess up so much. So it's very important to take the time to be quiet and remember that you have love that lives within you. It's very important to go back to God. Like, when you feel like you can't do anything, when you feel like things are falling apart, it's very important that you are aware that you have love inside of you, and remember to connect with God. And sometimes you might be so stressed and so frustrated because you want to be in control of things that are happening around your life. But when you know that God is bigger than that, you let go of the control. You let go and you surrender and you allow God to do what He does best. Okay. And then another biggest lesson that I've learned so far this year is that there is beauty in everything. You just need to change your perspective. You need to tilt your head and find the beauty that has always been there. Be willing to see things differently. Be willing to see beauty even in the challenges. Be willing to see beauty in the mundane. Be willing to be grateful for each and everything that is around you, because it is shaping you to a better version. It is going to make you better, or it is going to strengthen you. Okay, so learn to see the beauty around you, and don't take things so seriously. Don't stress so much. Surrender, let go, be in the moment. Okay. And then what is another lesson? Okay, the last lesson that I want to share is, when I was younger, I used to think that as you grow older, you become confident, or you become brave, or you become courageous, not knowing that it does not matter how years go by, like how old you become. If you don't work on the skill that you want to improve on, it will always be like that. Like if you don't work on loving yourself, if you're someone who wants to love yourself more, you will be an old granny who hates herself and who pours that poison or that toxicity to the people around her. So anything that you want to be better in your life, you need to work on it. You need to put in the work on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Just make sure that you put in the effort. Some things don't come with time. It comes with you putting in the work and being consistent and being intentional about what you are trying to build. Okay, the last one is the perfection is an illusion. You don't need to be perfect in life. You just need to be yourself. You just need to be real, because when you are real, that is where you will connect to your tribe, to the right people that are meant to connect with you. And don't be afraid if people think that you are different and they don't like you. Just know that you are not money, and not everyone is going to like you, and that is absolutely fine. Learn to detach from the praises of other people, and do you be authentic and know that just the way you are just worthy. Okay, that's it for the day. Have a day as beautiful as you are, and leave a like and a comment below if this resonated with you. Until next time. Okay, bye.